Welcome to Creative Living, where we help you live your most creative life. I'm Jane Klaus. Well, the Great Resignation has led people to more non-traditional jobs, and an artisan movement is underway. So today, we'll explore ways to be successful doing the things that you're passionate about. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up on the show. We talked to author Grant McCracken about the impact artisans have in the workforce, and a jewelry store dedicated to a different kind of buying experience. Plus, we show you the latest in electric cars. That and much more on this episode of Creative Living. We are so happy to welcome cultural anthropologist and author Grant McCracken to the show to talk about his new book, The Return of the Artisan. Hey, Grant, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Jane, thanks for having me.
Such a great book, and I'm so excited to have you on to talk about it. The Return of the Artisan, how America went from industrial to handmade. What prompted you to write this book?
I saw it happening all around me, farmers markets and new cafes, and a cheesemonger in town turns out to be a huge celebrity in my small town in Connecticut. And I thought, something's happening here. And, for a long while, that's all we were. All economies in the West were artisanal economies until, the 17th century or something. It sort of feels like maybe we're shifting back to something. We'll always be industrial, but it feels like we're adding back that artisanal piece. Yeah,
and I love that. So talk about the impact that the pandemic had on the artist movement.
All of us were confined to quarters for a long while. And I think for some people that meant, hey, what can I do here? If the choice was going stir crazy or making something, people thought, I'm going to make something.
The artisan movement is here, and I feel like it's here to stay. A lot of people have hobbies. So how can someone take their hobby or their passion and turn it into work or turn it into a small business?
Yeah. And again, that's the kind of thing that can be hard for people to do, but thank goodness we have all of these paths to market that we didn't used to have, right? We have farmers markets, we have people meeting in small circumstances to reach out to consumers in new ways. We've got Etsy, we've got all of those social networks on the internet that make it possible to find our niches and to build our messages and tailor our messages so that they really work for the particular niche. Doing all of this before the internet would have been fantastically difficult.
Now, Grant, you have a website that will help artisans connect. Can you tell us about that?
Was our attempt to bundle together a set of websites that gives you a glimpse into the lives of artisans as they work right now. I think there are a lot of people sitting at their desks going, oh no, not another day, not another week and month and year of this living in a corporate world that I hate. I wanted to kind of lay out some of the artisanal options that they could think about.
Grant, what do you hope your readers take away from reading the book?
I hope they go, oh my God. There's the two things changing the American economy. One of them is the digital revolution that we all understand perfectly well because we have laptops on our desks and we have access to the internet and, we know what the digital has done to change us. I think we talk much less about the artisanal revolution, and I'm hoping that's what the book will do, is give a kind of glimpse of what that is.
Grant McCracken, the book is called The Return of the Artisan. If you would like more information, just head to the website. Grant, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Jane. What a pleasure to see you.
The rising gas prices have a lot of people looking to buy electric. So the executive editor of Auto Trader shows us the latest electric car to consider.
This is the latest electric car from Hyundai. It's called the Ioniq 5. Now, there are lots of new electric vehicles coming out, but the Ioniq 5 is a little bit different. Here's what sets it apart. First, the retro but modern look is unique. Most electric cars have a soft or very rounded look. This is done to increase the car's aerodynamics, which in turn helps it slip through the air in order to be more efficient. With the Ioniq 5, the look stands out. The sculpted lines and hatchback style set it apart from other modern cars. As part of the retro treatment, there's a very noticeable square theme. Nothing says 70s and 80s quite like square headlights. Remember when that was cool? But Hyundai takes the square or pixelated theme a step further by incorporating it throughout the car. It's in the pattern on the seats, the door panels, the door sill, and the taillights. In fact, the taillights are even squares within smaller squares. That theme is even incorporated into the charging port. As the battery is recharged, these square symbols let you know the level of charge. Kind of has a small handheld video game vibe, if you know what I mean. Like many electric cars, the Ioniq has a regenerative braking system. In this car, you can set different levels of regen by using the steering column mounted paddles. Extra points for the simple and straight dash and displays. Even the steering wheel has just 4 simple squares. When it comes to turn signals, there's not much to get excited about, right? Well, maybe with the Ioniq there is. Check out how the Ioniq 5 square daytime running lights turn into amber-colored turn signals. Also, I really like this complex wheel design. It's 2 colors, and you can't really tell which part is the plastic cover and which part is metal, at least from a distance. However, I bet you they're no fun to clean. The way the door handles pop out is also different. One of the best things about the Ioniq 5 is a 360-degree parking camera. There are several options, but the Ioniq 5 gives you a very thorough look at what's around you. Inside, the Ioniq 5 has a couple of unique features. For example, there's this sliding center console. The whole console slides back and forth. In most cars, that's usually just an armrest that moves. And as for cargo storage, there's a rather normal-looking cargo area in the back, but there is hidden storage under the hood. In addition to the unique look and unusual features inside, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 is a well-executed electric car. There's a base model with just under 200 horsepower and a 220-mile driving range. And there's a 220 horsepower version. Both of these cars are rear-wheel drive. There's also a version with a range of over 300 miles. Then there's an all-wheel drive version with 320 horsepower, but this version gets a little bit less range with about 260 miles of driving. The one bummer, the Ioniq 5 has limited inventory and is offered, for now, only at select Hyundai dealerships.
One platform where you can sell your handmade products is Etsy. This online marketplace has more than 81 million buyers on the site. And it's an easy way for artisans to set up their own online store. But before you start creating your e-commerce, let's see what's coming up on the show. We visit a jewelry store offering dream engagement rings. And a mom on a mission to educate others about the dangers of fentanyl.
Enjoy local stories from your community in the form of videos, articles, podcasts, live streams, and more. Find it all only at yourview.com.
If you're in the market for an engagement ring, you shouldn't leave it to chance. The team at Armitage Jewelers will provide you with a customized experience to create the ring of your dreams.
Armitage Jewelers is a locally owned, family-style, full-service retail jewelry store that's been serving Acadiana for over 80 years. We specialize in all kinds of fine jewelry, from large diamonds, custom engagement rings, small gift ideas, and everything in between. Armitage Jewelers is a different type of jewelry store offering a different buying experience. Our staff is not made up of pushy salespeople. Instead, we are jewelry designers, personal shoppers, and project managers that work as a team to make any jewelry request in any category, in any budget, into a reality. Buying an engagement ring is a bit of a process, but it can be very easy. We really want to help you to come up with the design, and then from there, fill in the center stone. It can be a variety of options, from natural diamond, lab-grown diamonds, to colored stones, to even simulants. We want to interview you first, find out where you see value, what things are important to you. From there, we go to work. We find the best possible options that allow you to be able to sit down and evaluate each thing individually. We have an extremely large selection of engagement rings at Armitage Jewelers. Not only do we have 300 or so items on the floor where you can try on and take a look at, but each one of those items are completely customizable, where we can control the size, the shape, the color, And beyond that, we actually do complete custom design work, so our options are truly unlimited. Using computer-aided design, we can offer complete custom engagement rings where we can control the design elements from a simple picture, a sketch, or any idea that you have. And the greatest thing about it is that it doesn't cost any more than if you buy an item right out of the showcase. Lab-grown diamonds are a relatively new option for the jewelry industry. Over the last handful of years, technology has progressed enough to where we can replicate the intense heat and pressure that it takes to be able to grow diamond crystals. Lab-grown diamonds are chemically identical to mined diamonds, so they act the same, look the same, perform the same over time. But now you have the ability to be able to control sizes and qualities of diamonds, making them much less expensive. You can purchase a lab-grown diamond as an option for about half the price of a naturally mined diamond. The beauty of made to order is that it's not more expensive. In fact, because we control every aspect of the design and manufacturing, we can provide jewelry with the style you desire in the quality you expect at the best possible value. Our service is free, the design process is quick and easy, and there's no obligation to proceed if we can't match your request. We understand that coming into a jewelry store for the first time can be a little scary. You don't know what questions to ask or how much anything is or whether you can touch anything. We want you to feel welcome as soon as you walk into the door. We have a very professional but casual, approachable attitude here. Once you experience the future of the jewelry store, you'll never go back to the old way of buying jewelry. Let us show you how having your own personal jewelry designer is changing the way you shop for jewelry, and that our process of made to order offers high quality jewelry at lower cost.
We are joined by Marissa Caballero, who lost her son Isaiah to accidentally taking fentanyl. And she's on a mission to help others with the Forever 83 campaign. Marissa, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. And first of all, I'm so very sorry for your loss. And I really appreciate you being here to talk about it with us. Now, your son, Isaiah, took what he thought was a prescription drug, and he got that from some friends, but he didn't know that it contained fentanyl. Is that right?
Yes, correct. Isaiah went over to hang out with some friends, and from what we were told that they had pills there, and Isaiah was given one of the Percocet. Well, he thought it was a Percocet, which is a prescription painkiller, not knowing that he ingested fentanyl. After a while, Isaiah was showing signs of overdose, basically. And unfortunately, the friends did not call 911 immediately as they should have. So unfortunately, he didn't make it. We didn't know about illicit fentanyl being, made in pressed pills. So that's why I advocate, mainly for the youth, because they're the least educated in regards to the fentanyl crisis.
How prevalent is it?
Well, it used to be that back when we were kids, if we wanted to try drugs or get drugs, we had to know somebody that knew somebody, or we'd have to go out and try to find it, But now with social apps, social media and online, kids can literally go online and order it and have it delivered to your door.
And in memory of Isaiah, you created Forever 83. Talk about that campaign.
Isaiah was a big football fan. He played since literally he was 4 years old. The reason I chose Forever 83 because Forever 83 was his football number. And that's who I like to remember, my son through those years as number 83. What
is your message to parents?
My message to parents is to not ever feel comfortable. Unfortunately, kids do make mistakes. Good kids do make bad choices, and that's part of growing up. And I think it's important that parents educate their kids specifically about fentanyl, because it isn't all drugs, and one pill can kill, and it only takes one time. It's not, your first time can be your last.
Right, and the kids don't know that these drugs can be deadly, like you said.
Right.
one pill can kill. How do you educate the kids?
So I mainly use social media because that's where the kids are. You know, they're not on the news. They're not on, other sites. They're mainly on, social media. So I've created content for them to watch and see. So with that, I've used, the Forever 83 social media and all that to reach them.
Marissa, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for sharing your story with everybody. What a great tribute to your son. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information, just go to talknowaz.com. Don't go anywhere. We have more creative living coming your way. We see why solar could save you money on your electric bill and outdoor trends for your home.
For more great videos of life up close, visit yourview.com.
Pep Solar has been installing solar for decades, and pride, excellence, and performance are at the heart of this Arizona-based company.
So Pep Solar has been doing this for a very long time, and we've been installing for 43 years. What we learned is that we can't just be a solar panel company. We've got to offer many different products, and that's really what sets us apart from everybody else. Is not just the experience, but also the advanced designs. We're going to basically design it around the electricity you're using and your desire for what you want solar to do for you. So we're offering batteries, solar, air conditioning. We build on the roof, off the roof, and as you can see behind us, ground mount systems, even solar shade structures or RV shade structures. At Pep Solar, we take care of everything. We're doing all the heavy lifting for the customer.
We are looking at current usage, what the house is consuming, but we want to know what they're doing in the future. We want to know if there's people moving in, moving out, electric vehicles. Other than that, it's right to a site survey, then it's fairly quick after that, permitting, and then before they know it, they have a solar system that they customize and built specifically for their house.
We take care of all the engineering, the permitting, the interconnection with the utility company, and we work also with their HOA. What's great about solar is it's consistent, and the sun is going to shine every single day. So every day you're going to produce power, you're going to offset your electricity usage, and you're going to avoid the inflation as a result of the electricity use. And in general, we're going to save anywhere from 50 to 70% of your electricity use, and that's going to happen over the next 25 years. So it's a great investment. It's the best investment you can provide your family. A lot of customers think that solar is really expensive, and when you see the numbers up front, it looks like it's really expensive. If you were to look at your electric bill and then add it up and then add an average of 5% per year as far as the inflation is concerned, it could be hundreds of thousands of dollars over the next 30 years. And so that little price now looks like a very small price compared to your electric bill. We believe in ownership over doing a lease or renting, and so the home price is going to increase on average of 30%.
Customers tell us all the time they're so happy they went with Pep Solar. They love our customer service, we're always there, and likewise, we want them happy because it makes us happy. Pep Solar is kind of that little slice of like the American dream. It's small, family-owned business. Quality speaks for itself. Everyone represents themselves well, and that's what makes us different.
When you're ready to take your step with Pep, just give us a call or visit our website, pepsolar.com.
If you're ready to turn your passion into your work, the Small Business Administration has a number of resources online to help you get started. They have a helpful guide that shows you how to start your own business in 10 easy steps. Now that's certainly something to check out. All right, let's take a look at what's ahead in creative living. Manual builders share trends in outdoor spaces. Manual builders in Louisiana are on the forefront of home building, and they talk to us about what buyers want in their outdoor spaces.
Whenever you're thinking about planning an outdoor living space, you want to think about the purpose that you're going to use that space for. So if you like to sit around and watch a football game on a Saturday night, then maybe we do an outdoor fireplace like the one behind me. But if you're a big cook, then maybe we talk about putting a grill and a side burner or a sink outside. It's all about what you're going to use it for. I think the amount of people that come in wanting an outdoor space is really high. Everybody likes to be outside. We live in South Louisiana, so we want to spend time outside. Some of the major things that we see clients request for their outdoor spaces are gas grills, we have side burners, we've got built-in trash cans in the brick cabinetry with maybe a sink outside or a gas fireplace on the back patio. Definitely some ceiling fans because it gets very hot here. Outdoor living space always creates value. Equity is a tough question whenever you're talking about the real estate market and whenever things add value there, but whenever you're building a home, you want to build it for you, so it's all about the value that it creates for you and your family. I definitely see the outdoor living space continuing as a trend. Now that we're getting to a point where we can spend time with friends and family again, what we're going to want to do more than anything else is spend time on the back patio, relax, have some fun with our family and friends.
Thanks so much for joining us right here on Creative Living. I'm Jane Klaus, and we'll see you next time.